0.
Okay? Sa video na to ay matututunan nyo kung paano mag-sketch ng graph ng isang parabola na kung saan ang vertex nito ay located sa origin of the xy plane. Matututunan nyo rin kung paano i-locate yung focus and endpoints of the latus rectum. Ganon din, matututunan nyo kung paano ma-compute ang length ng latus rectum. At isa pa, matututunan nyo kung paano makukuha ang equations of the directrix and ganun din yung axis of symmetry. So, naandito ang iba't ibang equations ng ating parabola with vertex at the origin. Okay? Kapag ang standard equation ng parabola ay in a form ng y squared equals 4cx, ang ating focus is located dun sa positive x-axis na kung saan ang kanyang ordered pair is c, 0. And then, ang ating directrix, ang equation niya will be x equals negative c. At ang axis of symmetry is along the x-axis. And the graph of this parabola is opens to the right. When it comes to the endpoints of the latus rectum, ang coordinates of these endpoints are, we have e sub 1, c, 2c, and e sub 2, c, negative 2c. Okay? Now, when the standard equation of a parabola is like this one, y squared equals negative 4cx, the curve or the parabola opens to the left. Ibig sabihin, nakabuka ka sa kaliwa. And the focus is located on the positive x-axis and has an ordered pair of negative c, 0. And the equation of the directrix is x equals c, and the axis of symmetry is the same as the axis of symmetry of the first standard equation of the parabola. And the ordered pairs of the endpoints of the latus rectum are negative c, 2c, and e sub 2 is negative c, negative 2c. Okay, and here is the graph of the first equation. Okay, so nabanggit ko kanina na kapag ang equation ng ating parabola ay y squared equals 4cx, the vertex is located at the origin, the curve opens to the right. Okay, nakabuka ka siya sa kanan. Okay, and then the equation of the directrix is negative c. And the location of the focus is at C0. Why? Bakit ganon? Kasi ang distance of the focus dun sa ating vertex is C. So therefore, ang kanyang horizontal distance is C while the vertical distance is 0 kasi ang kanyang focus is located on the x-axis. Walang value ang kanyang ordinate or 0. Okay? And then, pagdating naman dun sa equation of the directrix, since ang distance from the vertex to the directrix is also c, the equation of the directrix will be x equals negative c. Kasi siya ay look on, the directrix is on the left side of the y-axis. Kaya negative ang measurement starting from the origin. Therefore, the equation is x equals negative c. At ang length ng ating latus rectum, alam naman natin, is equivalent to 4c. Okay? 2c on top and 2c below. So, sa makatwid, starting from the ordered pairs or the coordinates of e sub 1 and e sub 2, ito yung kanyang endpoints ng latus rectum, will be c, 2c. Bakit? Kasi ang horizontal distance niya ay katulad ng focus. So, c, and then the vertical distance is 2c. Kaya c, 2c on top At sa baba, yung other end ng latus rectum natin, C ang horizontal distance, okay? And then the vertical distance is also 2C pero nasa fourth quadrant kaya negative yung ating 2C. So kaya ang ordered pair ni E sub 2 will be C negative 2C. Okay? So itong equation na to, equation ng parabola, vertex at the origin, curve opens to the right, axis of symmetry along x-axis. Okay? Okay. Kung we have here the second equation of the parabola. This is almost the same with the first equation. Ang pagkakaiba nila, yung unang equation, positive, ito, negative. So, doon pa lamang makikita natin yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. At ang pagkakaiba nila pagdating sa graph is yung isa opens to the right, ito opens to the left. Both of the two equations na na-present ko sa inyo, ang ating y variable is quadratic while yung x natin is linear. Okay? So, pag ganon, kapag ganitong equation, ang ating parabola opens to the right. And here are the following coordinates of these points, yung endpoints of the latus rectum. Negative C, 2C. E2, negative C, negative 2C. The focus is negative C, 0. And the equation of the directrix is x equals c. Kasi naman, yung ating directrix is located sa right side ng ating y-axis. Okay? Natin yung kanyang mga distances. Okay? Okay, we have here another two equations of parabola with vertex at the origin. Okay? Ito, mapapansin nyo, these two equations of the parabola in standard form, ang variable x ang quadratic, ang y natin ang linear. Okay? Yan o, x squared, y, first degree y, first degree y. So ito, ang pagkakaiba nun sa kauna, yung first two equations of the parabola with vertex at the origin, ang second degree doon, okay? Ang quadratic variable natin doon ay y. Dito, x. Okay? Then, yung curve natin, pag ganitong equation, x squared equals 4cy, the graph is opens upward. While this one, the curve opens downward. Okay? And the axis of symmetry, yung first two equations natin, along x-axis. Dito, along y-axis. Okay? And the directrix, the first equation of the directrix is y equals negative c. The other one is y equals c. And here is the illustration or graph of the equation of the parabola opens upward. At ang equation niya is x squared equals 4cy. Okay? So, ang ating coordinates of the focus is 0C. Bakit? Wala siyang horizontal distance and the distance of this focus to the vertex is C. Therefore, the vertical distance of the focus is C. Okay? While our directrix has a vertical distance from the origin equal to C also. Therefore, the equation of the directrix is y equals negative C. When it comes to the endpoints of our latus rectum, the coordinates of E sub 1 will be, that will be C, 2C. Okay, this is wrong. It should be 2C, C. Okay, mali ito. And this is correct, negative 2C, C. Bakit po? Kasi ang kanyang horizontal distance is 2C, therefore, dapat mauna yung 2C. This is the abscissa. This should be the abscissa. And this should be the ordinate of this point. Okay? So, babalik rin natin to. This should be 2C, C. Okay? Next equation is x squared equals negative 4cy, almost the same with the third equation, quadratic si x, linear si y. Ang pagkakaiba lang nila ay yung sign ng right side of the equation. The third equation, positive. Dito, the last equation, the fourth equation is negative. And the graph of this equation is a parabola opens downward. Okay? And the equation of the directrix is y equals c, vertex at the origin, focus is located 0, negative c, kasi nasa baba siya ng x-axis along y-axis. And then the coordinates of the ends of the latus rectum are negative c, negative 2c. This is correct. And we have negative c. Okay, mali uli ito. It should be 2c, comma, oh, this is also wrong. It should be negative 2c, negative c. And this should be 2c, negative c. Kasi ang ordinates of this should be the horizontal distance followed by the vertical distance. So, abscissa, then next is ordinate. So, ang abscissa natin is 2c for the e sub 2 and negative 2c for e sub 1. So, may mali po dun sa ating given. This should be 2c negative c and this one should be negative 2c negative c. Okay. So, yun yung ating four equations of So, yun yung ating four equations of the parabola. First equation is y squared equals 4cx. Second is y squared equals negative 4cx. Third equation is x squared equals 4cy. Last equation is x squared equals negative 4cy. Okay? And let me give you an example on how we're going to sketch this. Determine the coordinates of the vertex, axis of symmetry, focal distance or C, coordinates of the focus, length of latus rectum, and endpoints of the latus rectum of the parabola x squared equals 8y. Then sketch the graph. Okay? So,